This David and Celeste story just keeps getting more and more strange, and today I'm going to update you on one of the most strange developments that I've seen on social media around this situation. And I'm going to share with you a very bizarre theory that may well be one of the only saving graces for David. And I'm not condoning anything. I'm not trying to give him an out. I'm not trying to give him, it's not really an excuse, but this could be a potential defense. There could be some confusion going on. And what I'm seeing on a lot of Reddit posts is that there is apparently two Celestes. So Celeste obviously being the name of the young girl who lost her life. She would have been 15 on the day that she was found. It's highly likely that she lost her life before her 15th birthday. So she would have been 14 when she lost her life and had her life taken away from somebody in a very heartless fashion. But obviously, there's been all this talk about this relationship between David and Celeste and where this all came from, what was going on, how could he have possibly been publicly, openly flaunting this relationship with a 13, 14-year-old girl at this point in his big old career with all of his success. And some people are basically saying that there is another Celeste. There's another Celeste that might have been the one. Maybe this is an excuse. Maybe there's a Celeste that's of age, that was really David's girlfriend, and this little girl maybe had nothing to do with it. I mean, that doesn't really hold water when the chopped up body is found in the front trunk of your Tesla, and it's Celeste, the 14-year-old girl. But we're going to explore this theory of two Celestes because there's been quite a lot of talk about it, and some people are feeling like it does hold water. So there's a whole bunch of Reddit posts that I'm going to go over in the course of this video. This one says, can someone please explain there's two Celestes? There's a lot of spam going on, specifically in TikTok comments, about the Celeste you see in photos is not the same Celeste that was missing and found. However, it really does look like the same girl, and the messages specifically in Discord prove that. Could someone please elaborate on this second Celeste that is apparently David's girlfriend? People think an older Celeste, aka second Celeste, named Celeste Herrera, is used as a cover-up to hide that he had any relations with the minor Celeste, the one that was found deceased and decomposed in his car. I read somewhere, I think it was a comment on a BJ Investigates video, that there's another Celeste that's supposedly a decoy and she's 23 years old. Are all the pics of the girl with the thick black glasses the older Celeste? People are saying the stream at the arcade and photos with straight black hair are the 23-year-old. All glasses, photos and videos of curly hair are the victim. So the Celeste and David won't let me sleep pic and Epstein joke cooking videos are the actual victim. Celeste Herrera is a 23-year-old who's been seen publicly with. Celeste Rivas Hernandez is the 11-year-old who he met and groomed in 2021 on Discord, who went missing in 2024 and was found dead in his car on September the 8th, 2025. PDFs like minors. This is apparently Celeste Herrera. This is the older Celeste. I'm not going to lie, kind of similar looking. I mean, that is bizarre. That is actually bizarre. I'm saying that's Celeste Rivas. That was Celeste Herrera. And people are trying to work out, well, which Celeste was this in the video? Celeste in the Hello Kitty sandals. These were the sandals she was apparently wearing when she went missing. So clearly this is the child Celeste in her Hello Kitty sandals, seen with David's brother after a show. She was a missing child still during these moments. Now let's look at some other Reddit threads that dig a little bit deeper into this theory. So this is another one just with some pictures of two Celestes. She not only shares a similar name, Celeste Herrera, and that's her Instagram there, apparently, followed by David. And maybe that's the Celeste from the video. I mean, how bizarre would that be if this other Celeste was the female actress that was playing the role of the real Celeste, who was the underage girl? I mean, this thing just gets more and more wild by the day. And that's obviously the young girl. So found out there's two Celestes. One is 23-year-old Celeste Herrera, who is different from the 15-year-old Celeste Hernandez. There's only one music video that looks like Celeste Herrera, 23-year-old. The rest of the music videos look like Celeste Hernandez, 15-year-olds. Man, I got a headache right now. It's all this nonsense, all this horrible, horrific, gory stuff is actually giving me a mad migraine today. I'm not feeling it. Super weird how they share similar features. Anyone else notice or know more about the older Celeste? She's just a random girl, honestly. In the Twitch scene, it seems to be more of a coincidence to me that they ended up in a video together. She was at an influencer party that David was also at. I'm assuming they're just mutuals, but it is weird she's wearing a similar Gap hoodie on the stream. Interesting. So Jason Lewin retracts his earlier statement defending David, clarifying they were never close friends and only collaborated on one song and had dinner once. He also states the Celeste he met on stream is not Celeste Rivas, saying, yes, everyone here knew already. So we're going to see even bigger breakdown of this theory in another post. Two Celestes. What I really don't understand is why there are two Celestes in this situation and why the other one hasn't said anything. Also, why did no one say anything about their relationship when she was so much younger than David? This is a really confusing case, honestly. May this young woman rest in peace. This is awful. Does anyone have a GoFundMe account or start one for her family? You should be focused on his two best friends, Aisha and Neo. They hung out with him and they must have known about the grooming at the very least. Someone said, yeah, you're right. I'm just here to try and grasp some of it. It just seems so insane to me. They for sure should have spoken up about her being underage to begin with, and maybe she'd still be here right now, ma'am. Saying it was a different Celeste that David hung out with has got dragged into the situation since she has the same name as the victim. She put in her IG bio that she's a different Celeste. There isn't much of a reason for her to speak up since the two Celestes look completely different. People were paid off not to speak about it. I think David threatened legal action on somebody for attempting to talk about it. Yeah, but where is the pictures of the other Celeste then? There should be a gallery of some LA girl out and about with friends. Where is all her mutuals? To put it to bed, all we have is that there is apparently two of them that look very similar and only a few pics of both. A bit mental to me. All right. And there's more chatter about this theory, this second Celeste. And this one is a lot more of a detailed breakdown, okay? David's David's odd, that's like a tongue twister. David's odd obsession with Celeste and possible incriminating evidence. So that no one would be suspicious of him and that everyone would believe that Celeste Herrera is actually Celeste. So this is theory. Celeste Rivas Hernandez was killed all the way back before the 8th of June, according to the report of her missing body. The body was heavily decomposed and chopped up. Depending on the longevity of this decomposition, we won't really know if this theory is true or not. But to continue on with the theory, I believe that after killing Celeste Hernandez, David's obsession with her wouldn't go away, and he would look for someone to fill her place. This is where Celeste Herrera enters. As seen in the two photos, the new Celeste is wearing the exact same one. The exact same what? It doesn't say. I don't know if it's the ring or something, but it doesn't actually say. So the new Celeste is wearing, the same Gap hoodie. It's the exact same Gap hoodie. Wow. That's crazy. The new Celeste is wearing the exact same one the deceased one was last seen missing with. This leads me to believe that David knew of Celeste's death and gave the new Celeste her jacket. That's twisted after she was killed. Unironically, XQC went and discovered that many of David's songs and music videos premiered on Celeste Hernandez's birthday, contributing to the fact that David was obsessed with her. Reason for the murder: some people speculate that Celeste Hernandez wanted to leave David to go back home, but David would not allow her to because he knew that if anyone found out about their relationship, his career would be ruined, so he decided to kill her. Cause of death is still unknown, and it's the exact same jacket. People are saying he follows Celeste Herrera and her bio is different Celeste. She changed her bio. That's weird. Ooh, what was that picture? A little bit of evidence slipped me by. So is that her with the new Celeste? This is the Celeste that's in the bottom of the picture. This is Celeste Herrera. All right, I'm going to save that for the deep dive, all right? This is actually crazy. I just can't believe how crazy this is. People saying the story is getting more and more weird each hour. Exactly. Now people are saying that this Gus guy is dead too. And that was 4 days ago. That was before I even covered it yesterday. Yes, I don't know if it was real, but Celeste's brother seemed to confirm that Gus died due to different reasons. It sounds very interesting. I'm trying to find more evidence, all right? He was saying, guys, what if David hired someone to take out Gus? Gus was in with some people, the wrong people, scarier people. They found out he was unlived over some girl that David now claimed, and as revenge, they got hold of Celeste and did the unspeakable to her and left her in his car as a warning. Why is nobody looking into this? We already know David pays people off to send them away and fix his problems, and he was obsessed with her. Dude probably hired a hitman to get Gus unalived, and his gang got revenge for real. Now, I don't know if we can really believe that, but this is what's going on. People saying, who is Gus? Nobody's explaining who it is. In the text, Celeste talks about hooking up with another guy called Gus. Okay, is there any more to this? I can't lie. There's a lot of information on this Reddit, but the comments, there's a lot of interesting screenshots that people are sharing in the comments, and it's interesting. People saying, do they know who shot him? I hate that Reddit doesn't just let you get these inline messages, but anyway. It wasn't David, according to the brother. It was a separate incident, but I don't know if I'm buying that. In those same texts, Celeste's brother mentions it was a random incident unrelated to David. I don't think anything's random at this point. I think things have gotten a little bit too crazy for anything to be random. There's so much intention behind all of this stuff. Another picture of Celeste there. The other Celeste, the older Celeste, with David. That is just so bizarre. How could you end up having these random pictures with another girl called Celeste after this happened? That's actually insane. Saying, yes, so he's posting with this Celeste, so one questions him, right? And everyone thinks this is the real Celeste. If that was his plan, then he's dumb, because that would only work if they were both alive. But since they found the body in his car, that makes the Celeste they found the primary Celeste, and this one a secondary Celeste, eliminating his little cover-up plan if he thought that he was a 200 IQ act or something. People saying he's done. Exactly. But people saying you might be the dumb one, because obviously it was working up until the murder, which was very likely planned. If he was smart enough to have a double identity girlfriend to cover up the fact he's a PDF, he would be smart enough to properly dispose of a body and not leave it where it could be found. This, plus clues in several of his songs and music videos, tell me he was wanting this to happen. I don't know why this guy's being downvoted. Calling him dumb is stupid, because it was working and none of y'all knew about it until the body was found. That's just pure hindsight. Okay. The plot thickens. All right. We really need to find out about this Gus guy. I think that's where that's the most interesting aspect of it. Okay. Some people are saying this second Celeste theory actually makes a lot of sense to them. Okay. A lot of people are saying this makes sense. People are starting to think that David had used the second Celeste girl as a cover-up, and she didn't even know it. He didn't want people to start assuming where was she and not appear in videos or photos anymore with him. So he purposely sought out another girl whose name was Celeste and had her wear the first one's jacket on that June the 8th live stream. That is bizarre. So it's possible that she's been dead sometime before June 8th. And he tried to trick people into thinking it was the second Celeste was the girl that he was talking to the whole time by allowing her to be on the stream, because the second Celeste is 23 years old. This is the theory. Doesn't make sense otherwise. He wanted this Celeste to be seen in private with him and with his friends, so if questions got asked, there was this Celeste looking like the old... Celeste looking like the old Celeste. 23 years old, easy alibi. She didn't even need to know. All he had to say was that he dated another Celeste beforehand. Her brother said she'd been passed away for 2 weeks, though, right? He's probably just guessing. They haven't confirmed how long the body had been decomposing. And there's always the possibility of him keeping the first Celeste captive after the breakup while he moved on to the second one. That is dark, but I don't know. The dude is already a monster in my book, and I don't want to believe it could be even worse. Her friends said they haven't heard from her in over a month. What the hell? All right. I found this video on YouTube, and everybody is saying, oh my God, I just keep finding just crazy stuff. It's actually insane. That she didn't want to show her face. It's the other Celeste. It's very odd. So what was it? 121.45. Let's take a look at this.
What? Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. 124.45, yeah? Let's have a look.
Before? Yeah, Sakura and David went to preschool together. Try to change tough. What can I say, guys? What can I say?
No way! What?
Sakura's the friend at the party, actually? Yeah, she's the friend with Jason.
Melissa was here, and you were talking last time.
Already before? Yeah, Sakura and David went to preschool together.
Dude, when we were at the bar the last time I was with you, you were
Try to change tough. What can I say?
So there, apparently this older Celeste is in the background with David. They're fumbling around, laughing, giggling. And what date was this? July the 31st, 2025. This is around that time that it allegedly might have happened. That's crazy. I mean, how do you just find another woman named Celeste who looks similar? Like, that's how are you finding these women?
Guys, what can I say?
No way! What?
Sakura's the friend at the party, actually? Yeah, she's the friend with Jason.
Melissa was here, and you were talking about us, and you were talking to me, and you were talking to me.
What bar was that?
Draw sit on the floor with me.
And then,
Oh, I gotta sit on the floor. I gotta go on my knees, dog.
I'll be honest,
I'm on my knees, please.
You, me, and Melissa.
The food segment.
The food segment?
So David stays off camera in this. Now, I don't know if this is really proof of anything, but definitely a little bit suspect, definitely a little bit strange. Whatever was going off on camera, I'm trying to find out about that. Now, what is another interesting aspect is that Celeste, obviously, I mean, you can see this as a child, right? People say, man, what the hell? He was seen wearing the same blue wig a little while after this. Now, that's just super creepy. It doesn't prove anything, but him walking around in that same blue wig is just bizarre. People saying my heart sank when I saw that. The prisoners are going to love this, by the way. People saying child predators don't go to general population for this very reason. He's definitely going to roll it up in the yard. I'm leaving this sub now. I got all the info I needed. I don't need to see this poor kid again. This is just getting depressing at this point. I hope she gets justice. Well, look, we're all hoping for justice. To Celeste is crazy. I mean, like, how on earth do you even do that? Like, how on earth do you even find, like, another woman who looks similar in such short time? Like, what, you commit the murder and you quickly went out and found a decoy Celeste? Like, that is actually bizarre. But this, honestly, is stranger than fiction. This is one of the wildest stories I've ever covered, I've ever come across. More and more evidence, more and more confusing contradictions keep on coming out, and I just don't know where things are going to go from here. So it's very scary. It's very dark. And we're just going to have to keep track of this story as it develops. I'll keep you guys updated on anything that happens. I've just seen a bunch of stuff. They're saying they're trying to delete all the Discord messages that have been going around. So, yeah, who knows what that means. But we're going to be getting some more updates very soon. I'll keep you guys informed. And, yeah, it's very sad. We're still waiting. And David's just out here playing Fortnite, apparently. He's just chilling playing Fortnite. It's bizarre. So I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.